Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is 64-Bit Rick, and in today's video I'm going to start with a public service announcement. Kids, don't play with matches. Why is one of my favorite houses burning down? Yeah, I have a real problem with fire in this episode. I'll explain later. But first, I'm going to build this awesome mangrove medieval house. And as always, I am going to be doing this in survival, so mobs are going to get slapped. Let's get to it. Alright, today's tutorial comes to us from Stevler. This will be the second tutorial from Stevler that we've done. The first one was an amazing Japanese starter base. There'll be a link to it in the corner there if you want to check it out. Today we're going to be building an awesome 3-story mangrove house. This tutorial is called How to Build a Mangrove House by Stevler. The link is in the description. If you want to check it out after the video, I highly recommend that you do. The first thing I needed to do was build up the area because this house simply wasn't going to fit into this space yet. So I had to build it up a little bit more so we could fit the bugger on there. Oh, it's way too early in the build for this, mate. Piss off. Hey, mate, you gonna come down or do I have to go up there? Don't make me come up there. He's gonna make me come up there, mate. You're getting slapped. All right, moving on. So I had this bright idea of putting all this glowstone down under the foundation and hopefully keep the mobs away. We'll see how that works out. Then I add a layer of stone brick blocks to the sides and to the roof as well. So if a creeper does explode, it's going to be minimal damage and I won't be filling in bloody holes for hours. Oi Frank, leave me alone mate, I got a job to do. Just let me get this layer of dirt. Oh no, bloody skeleton's going to get in the way as well. Mate, you're going to get slapped. You don't get between a man and his shovel. There we go. Can we move forward now? Just got to put this dirt down so we can build a house. Bloody mobs. Oh, look, here comes Karen. And I get shot in the back as well. Look, my parents told me always respect women, but I'm going to make an exception in your case. And there's a creeper over there. I see what you're up to, mate. I see you scheming. Yes, Sandy, I'm coming over to say hello. Let's just aim for the purple, right? And now there's arrows flying in every direction. Bloody skeletons. My goodness. What is going on? This forest is just not safe. Someone's got to put up some signs or something. You should have stayed in there, mate. Now you're screwed. You as well. Alright, let's get this build underway. Enough stuffing around. Let's fill this place up with dirt and get to building. I've finally got the place looking pretty good. I've just got to build up one corner, but there's no need to show that. It's not important. What is important is showing the difference between the Minecraft movie and Minecraft. Here's the Minecraft movie.
Chicken jockey!
And here's Minecraft. That's just embarrassing. Also a little random, I get it, but that's when it happens, so that's when it goes into the video. Anyway, here's a look at the layout. I've shorn a few sheep just to make this layout, and the first thing I have to do is dig up all this dirt. Yep, all the dirt that I just spent 10 minutes laying, I now have to dig it up. But it's all good, it won't take very long to dig up all this dirt. I just hope it doesn't start raining. So I hate working in the rain and the mobs start coming out. It's just a big pain in the... Oh no. Really? Was that really necessary, guys? You've blown up my wool. Get some more bloody wool and try and figure out which blocks blew up. Yeah, look mate, I am not impressed by your gold armor. Not in the slightest. Piss off. Oh, Karen. Hello, Karen. Goodbye, Karen. Oh, your sister, Sharon. Piss off, Sharon. Alright, ladies, I've had about enough of you. You all need to piss right off. And out of nowhere, the rain cleared up and it was time to get back to work. I'll quickly take out these creepers hiding in the bushes. I don't want to run into them later. And of course, not only did I need to dig up the dirt, but I also needed to... Mate, I'm talking here. None of this was necessary. I'm minding my own bloody business. Anyway, this is the mess I've made. As I was about to say, not only did I have to dig up all the dirt, but I had to dig up all the stone brick blocks as well. And I replaced all those stone blocks with smooth stone blocks. With those all in place, it was time to start building some pillars. Some mangrove pillars with mangrove logs. We go 4 blocks high and then we work our way across. Another pillar in front. We'll just get rid of this wool, we don't need it anymore, and replace it with some stone bricks. Then we'll make a stone brick wall and we'll just leave a gap on the right hand side. Let's whack in an upside down stair and 2 iron bars. Then we'll make another couple of pillars out of the stone bricks, only 3 blocks high, and put some stairs on the top. We'll add some more upside down stairs in the center to give us a wall that looks something like this. Then we'll make a second front wall, another 3 blocks high, leaving a gap of 2 blocks on the right hand side here. Another upside down stair and an iron bar for the window of our basement. Moving to the back side of the building, it's time to build a fireplace, and this is where the problems will begin. Like I said at the very start, I have trouble with fire in this episode, and yeah, you'll see soon enough. So we plonk down a layer of brick blocks, and behind those we'll drop 3 blocks of netherrack, and then 3 brick slabs in front of those. Then we'll surround the netherrack with brick blocks. Oh look, old mate's come to say hello. G'day mate. How about this? Oh, you broke me bloody sword, mate. Have an axe instead. Cheeky bugger. Sorry about that. We add a brick wall to each side like this, and then an iron bar on each side. Let's dump another layer of bricks on top. And then we want 3 slabs at the top but out the front, so these back ones are just placeholders. And then 1 slab on each wall, and I'll just fix up that one at the back. That's better. Let's whack a brick right in the middle on that slab. Then we'll place 1 more row of bricks behind that. And that'll do for the moment. Next to the fireplace, we build another pillar. This time we'll go 5 blocks high with our mangrove logs. We build another one right about here, and then we'll join them all up at the top with mangrove logs once again. And here's how we're looking so far. Look out, old mate's back for round 2. Mate, I don't appreciate you setting me on fire. That pissed me off, so I chased after this enderman and gave him a bit of a slap. I got one for you as well, sweetheart. Alright, we're next to the fireplace again, and we're going to add another pillar in front of the pillar we added earlier. I think you can see where this is going. We add another pillar at the front and 1 more pillar in the middle. Then we add stone brick blocks along the bottom and the top and the sides, in other words everywhere, until you have a wall. We'll just leave 3 blocks free in the middle. We'll add an upside down stair, and once again we'll add 2 iron bars. I went to get some materials from my chest and Frank came to say hello. G'day mate. Sorry. Not sorry. I saw his mate in the bushes, so I took out his legs. This bloody spider scared the pants off me. Not so much for you, Karen. I don't like spiders, and the bloody things are everywhere. It's a full-on bloody spidey party. Hello, Frank. Oh, what's this? Pirates of the bloody Caribbean. Inside my acacia forest. What the hell's going on? Another spider. Too many bloody spiders. These buggers are everywhere. And now it's a zombie party. And another spider. Why not? Oh, not you. Not you with your stupid book. Andy, where you going with me dirt? That's my dirt, mate. That ain't Karen, and she's no princess either. That's a bloody witch. Where you think you're going, mate? Alright, let's get back to work. In front of the wall that we just made, we'll build up some stone brick blocks to 3 tall, and we'll whack a stair on top. We'll do the same on the other side, and 3 upside down stairs in the middle. Right next to that wall, we'll build a 3x4 wall, leaving 2 blocks in the middle for an upside down stair and 1 more iron bar. The next morning, it was time to build another pillar on the other side of the fireplace. We joined the pillars up with mangrove logs and stone bricks. These creepers were a little bit too close for comfort, so I called them over and then slapped them around. I'll slap you too, dickhead. Then this bloody skeleton tried his spinning move on me. Nah, that's not going to work, mate. Did you not see what I just did to your buddies? Alright, let's get back into it. Right after I deal with Jack Sparrow here, I sent Jack packing and got to work on another 2 pillars. This guy came bolting out of the jungle, so he had to be slapped. Then it was time to build up the back of the fireplace. We're just throwing around blocks right now, trying to make it look a little bit messy. I saw some legs, I didn't know who they belonged to, but I thought it best to take them out. I had some stairs here and there, trying to make it look a little natural, a little decayed, a little old, a little worn, much like me. Very worn. Not so old, but very worn. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm trying to show these good people the brick wall I'm building. Jerk. Moving on. Onto the back wall now, we're going to build some mangrove pillars. We're going to build 2 pillars side by side in the back right hand corner and 1 in the middle. And we'll join them all up at the top. Once again, we'll use stone bricks for the walls. This time we'll leave enough space for 2 windows on each section. Upside down stairs and iron bars at the bottom. We'll do the same on the other side. And then Frankie here will try and sneak up on me. Nice try, buddy, but you're a bit noisy. This zombie wanted to share the Christmas spirit, but all I wanted to do was build the bloody house. Then we chuck some mangrove trapdoors above the windows, which will finish off the back of the house for the moment. That night I went to get some more materials from the chest, but all I found was bloody creepers. I thought it best not to stir the possum, so I took him out with the old bow and arrow. Keep away from me stuff, you bunch of wankers. You guys having a big old party. And of course another bloody spider. Hey, a little close, little close. Mate, those gold boots aren't doing you any favours. Have a listen to this fella. Sounds like the bloody predator. Alright, enough of that, let's build a staircase. We add a spruce stair next to the pillar and a stone brick right behind it. Another stair on top and another stone brick behind that. Whack another stair on that and then we'll get rid of the stone brick. We'll swap that out for spruce. Then we'll throw an upside down stair on that. And then I realise I don't need the other stair to begin with. Instead, we'll drop it on the upside down stair. That looks better. Then we drop a slab and a slab under it. Now seems like a great time to subscribe. We'll change direction once again and with an upside down stair and then a stair. Then we'll drop down, get rid of this wall. We won't be needing it anymore. Let's replace it with some stone bricks and we'll build that up to the top. Mate, how you doing? You want to check out my stairs? What do you reckon? They work alright, eh? Good man. Thanks for trying them out. What I don't appreciate is your goofy face. Oh, get wrecked, you hairy bastard. What I don't need are any more bloody creepers. Old mate just sitting there looking around. What the hell? I guess his mate just blew up. I'm sorry for your loss. This Karen looks like a schemer. She needs to go. Yeah, filthy witch. I don't think this zombie knows how to play hide and seek, mate. You gotta stay hidden. Oh, this zombie's wearing a lovely sweater. Look at that thing. I wonder what a sweater like that goes for. There's too many pirates around here. What is going on with all the pirates all of a sudden? This open house plan is attracting too many spiders. I'm gonna have to do something about that ASAP. And one behind the bush as well. Stop hitting me with that bloody book of yours. Mate, you're gonna get slapped if you keep hitting me with that book. Can't say I didn't warn you. Let's get back to this staircase. Let's add one more stair so we can get to the next level. And then we'll fill in all these walls with more stone bricks. We want to keep this window, so we'll just chuck an upside down stair in there. Then we'll place stone bricks all around the side of the staircase. Until we reach the top and it looks something like this. Then I spotted Karen in the bushes. I don't know what she's doing here. She's just kind of looking around. Sorry, love, but we can't have this. You'll come and get me in the middle of the night, I'm sure. That gold armor is not going to help you, mate. Next thing you know, they're all bloody coming out of the bushes. So I thought the best course of action was to go in and clear the place out before it was night time, just to give myself a head start. Oi, zombie, I like your sweater. Another bloody enderman pinching me dirt. Oi, you cheeky bugger, shooting your bloody arrows at me. You know I gotta slap you, right? These Karens are really strange. Then I ran into these two creepers. Sorry guys, you're gonna have to piss off. We can't have you blowing holes in my forest. You're not welcome either, knobhead. Alright, she's apps, let's get back to it. Alright, it's time for some more mangrove pillars. We whack one right next to the staircase and another one at the front right hand side of the building. Then another one on the right hand side of the building opposite the staircase. Then just like before, we join them all up at the top. Then we'll run mangrove logs all the way down the length of the right hand side of the building. Alright guys, I'm just going to get rid of all this wool. While I'm doing that, go ahead and subscribe if you want. Then I'm going to build a big ass wall out of stone bricks. Unsurprisingly, this wall will be the length of the building. We'll just skip to the end, you don't need to see me building a bloody wall. I'll just stick a pillar on the outside here. Then we'll put a couple of stairs facing each other and then two upside down stairs on top of those. To make one large window, two small windows. We'll just get rid of this wall and stick a stone brick in there and a stone brick wall on top of that. Then we'll move a few blocks up and do the same again. Then Frankie came out to lend a hand, but I said no thanks mate. And that really pissed off his buddy, but he got slapped. Then a zombie wearing gold armor waved his shovel at me. Mate, what do you want to do, dig a hole? Speaking of digging holes, we need one for that zombie that just got slapped. With all the zombies dispatched, it was time for me to get back to work. We repeat the same process another 2 times. 2 mangrove fences on the ones closest to the wall, and 1 fence on the other 2. There we go. For the side entrance here, we're going to just place 2 upside down stairs in the corners. And since we're at the entrance, let's make another 3 mangrove pillars. Then we'll stick 1 block right here and do the same on the other side. In between those pillars, we'll put a stone brick at the bottom and fill the rest up with stone brick walls. At the front of the entrance now, we'll put stone bricks at the base, then we'll run mangrove logs from one side of the entrance to the other, and once again fill up the rest with stone brick walls. And we'll finish it off with 3 mangrove fence gates at the top. Let's move to the front of the house where we're going to work on the staircase. We're going to be using stone bricks, stone brick slabs and stairs on the sides, and then for the center we'll be using spruce slabs. This was the first time I've ever made this kind of staircase. It has a really cool zigzagging effect, going left to right, going up just 1 plank at a time, which makes it nice and easy to walk up and down. It's a really easy staircase to make, and it's a super effective one. I really liked it. I really liked it a lot. I don't remember inviting Captain Blackbeard here. Mate, piss off. When we get to the top, we'll add 1 more layer so we can get into our house. Then we'll fill in the whole floor with spruce slabs. Then we ran mangrove logs all the way down the center of the building until I spotted this prick hanging out inside my fireplace. What do you think you're doing, mate? I have no idea how he got there or why he was there, but one thing was sure, he wasn't going to stay there. Mate, you need to be slapped. Moving on. Once again, I got suckered into following the mobs into this forest. Bloody skeleton riding spiders, because that only makes sense in Minecraft. Then I had a couple of close calls. I'm not going to lie, there was a little bit of pee running down my leg at one stage. It's rather embarrassing, but what are you going to do? These things happen from time to time. You know, you get a little bit of a scare and oops, too late now. I finally cleared the place out of all the creepers and spiders and creepers dressed as ghosts and creepers dressed as creepers and even the plain old zombies. They're all floating around in the afterlife now. Nothing left to worry about. Aye! Sorry about that. Back to the fireplace, or above the fireplace, we had 3 stone brick blocks. Then we fill in the rest of the floor with the spruce slabs. Then we go up the center of the spiral staircase and add some stripped mangrove logs. We'll fill this in with a stone brick. Head back down, add another 2 stone bricks, a mangrove fence and a lantern on top. I head downstairs only to be greeted by a skeleton. So I light the place up, I don't want anything spawning down here, so everything gets a lantern. And the rain is really coming down now. It's time to start the next level. We're going to start by building an 11 block pillar. And right away I notice old mate's having a great time in the rain, but can't let you get away with that, mate. Sorry. Oh, that lightning's getting just a little close. I sure hope it doesn't hit one of my houses. So I decide to keep a careful watch on this lightning storm. And sure enough, what a beautiful bolt of lightning that was. Maybe you should go check it out, Rick. You know, it did hit your house after all. Nah, I'm sure it's not important. So do you think I had the sense to go over and maybe put out that fire? Nah, I'm sure it'll be alright. The rain will put it out, right? That's how Minecraft works. Since we're going to ignore the fact that my house is now on fire, I'll get back to building another pillar. Then we'll move on to building some inside walls. This time we're going to be using stripped mangrove logs. We build one in each corner and then 3 in the middle. Then I saw an opportunity for an epic cannonball. Cannonball! But it turned out to be an epic fail instead. After stocking up on some more mangrove, I almost missed this buffhead. Oi! But I saw his mate coming a mile away, and the zombie as well. Let's get back to it. Building yet another pillar right dead smack in the middle this time. Then we join up all the outside pillars at the top, and the front of our house now looks like this. We're going to go 3 blocks up on the right hand side and add 2 upside down stairs. Then we'll use mangrove trapdoors on the inside and open them all up. We'll pop 3 on each side and then 1 in the middle at the top. Then from the outside we add a mangrove door. Then directly above that we'll add 2 rows of stripped logs. As you can see, the sun has gone down and I haven't slept in days. So the phantoms are back. If you're new to the channel, I hate phantoms so much. Seriously, who voted for these bloody things? Anyway, I finally put my lantern on and got back to work. Should have slept, but I carried on working. Back down on solid ground, I placed 2 mangrove leaves on the ground, and then we fill up the sides with polished deep slate walls. Mangrove fence gates at the top, and that will about do it for the entrance for now. Directly above the entrance we place 3 mud blocks. Should have slept, but didn't. Just below those mud bricks we place 3 mangrove signs, and we add the deep slate walls on either side of the mud. On the mud we add the mangrove trapdoors. Then we add an upside down stair 1 block below the top, and then another. And on top of that we'll fill it all up with the stripped mangrove logs. Back to the front we add trapdoors to the sides and 3 fence gates at the top. We put upside down stairs in the corners and we'll whack a fence right here with a lantern underneath, and we'll do the same down below, and that'll finish off all the details on that side of the house. Moving to the left side of the building, let's go up 6 blocks with the mangrove logs. Then we'll add a plank, and then we'll add a stair. An upside down stair in the top corner. Then we'll do the same on the other side. On the inner wall we'll place 3 spruce slabs. On top of that we'll fill it all up with stripped mangrove logs right to the very top, which will look like this. Then we remove 3 rows, turns out we won't be needing those. Upside down stairs in each corner. Oi mate, don't appreciate that. Stop with the arrows down there. Yeah, look, don't make me come down there. Yeah, well, you started it. Let's whack a stair in this gap right there, and another one in this gap. Then we place 3 logs facing outwards, and here's how it's looking so far. Right before the sun goes down, we add some polished deep slate slabs in between those logs we placed earlier. Then on the left hand side of the building we're going to build another 2 pillars from stripped mangrove logs. The next morning a lost illager found his way to my house and I showed him the way out. Put it down, Andy. Told you before, mate. Zombie needs to be slapped. There you go. I don't want you feeling left out, you dirty green bugger. Look at the mess you made. Nope, you won't be firing your arrows at me, you bony bastard. Now your buggers are ganging up on me. I can't blame you for that, I guess. Alright guys, I'll play with you later. Right now, I've got to get back to work. Catch you later, dickhead. Alright, we're still on the left-hand side. We're going to build some more walls out of these stripped mangrove logs. We're just going to skip a couple of columns. We start by placing a block at the bottom, then 2 glass panes, and then upside down stairs. On top of those, we'll add another 2 logs, then 2 glass panes, and again upside down stairs. Here's the part where Stevler made a boo-boo, and because you watch my video, you don't have to. So do it this way instead of the other way. Everything just gets moved up one, and then we finish it off with a couple of mangrove logs at the top. Moving on to the other side of the wall, we're going to build another fireplace. A fireplace on top of the fireplace. We start by building a simple arch and then put stairs in the corners. We add a couple of iron bars so you can't fall into the fire and burn yourself. Then we're going to repeat the same arch that we started with. And then we'll fill up the back of it with bricks as well until we're left with something that looks like this. Doesn't have to be exactly like this, whatever works for you. I am very glad that I spotted this little bugger. He could have done a world of damage to my new house, but he got slapped instead, so we're all good. Alright kids, pay attention. I'm going to screw some stuff up here and then I'm going to fix it. So let's see how this plays out. We add the mangrove logs as we did previously. What I didn't do on the other side was add these planks. As you can see, I'm fixing the other side right now. So planks under the windows, then 2 glass panes, and then the upside down stairs with 2 mangrove logs on top. Then for this side of the house, we're going to need 1 more mangrove logs pillar. That'll live right about here in this corner. Before I could build anything else, out comes Santa Zombie. Or Zombie Santa. I tried to hit him with a log, it didn't do much, so I used my sword instead. When I got back up in the house, there was a whole family of zombies waiting for me. I don't know what they're talking about, but they're having a good old chinwag. Hey fellas, I'm up here. You gonna make an effort to come and get me or not? We're playing the zombie train, alright. Let's come over here, guys. Alright, let's go back this way. You guys are great. Fantastic work, everybody. Alright, line up this way. That's it. Very nicely done. One more time for the people at the back. There we go. Man, you guys are fantastic. Look at you go. Alright, that's enough. We should get back to work and can't have this spider jumping up either. Once the zombie parade was done, I built another pillar right in the middle of the wall. Then we joined up all those pillars at the top. Then we add the 3 blocks facing outwards once again. And here's how the left-hand side looks so far. At the bottom of the wall, we start with mangrove leaves and then polish deep slate walls in front of those and up the side. We'll whack a couple of stairs at the bottom, then we'll run the mangrove logs along the side like this. Once again, we'll use mangrove fence gates and I'll fall off the edge. I'll pick myself up and add another 3 fence gates to the bottom. Then we'll whack some mud in the middle and some deep slate walls on either side. Mangrove trapdoors on either sides of the windows and on the front of the mud bricks. Upside down stairs in each corner. Alright, so we're going to turn our fireplace into a chimney now. So we start with a stair here, then a placeholder brick and an upside down stair on top of that. Then we'll place 7 bricks on top of the stair. I come back in the morning and place 2 more bricks behind those ones. We go 2 bricks taller and then a stair and an upside down stair on that. More bricks on top, then a stair next to that one, another brick on top, and finally a brick wall and a brick slab on top of that. And that'll finish off our chimney. Look at the size of that thing. And then we'll just whack some signs on the side here. You know when I've run out of materials because I'm back into the forest dealing with these bloody pirates. Gotta say I do like this guy's outfit though. Unlike hairy black spiders, I don't like them at all. Speaking of things that I don't like, piss off mate. Guys, I just need to get to my chests. I'll leave you all alone if I can just get some materials out of my chests. Another pirate, what is going on with all these pirates? Oh, you're most definitely getting slapped. At least these pirates are more interesting than zombies. I was just talking about you. Thanks for the egg, mate. And you, shoot me with your brickin' arrows. No, another bloody hole in my forest. I hate creepers. I'm going to take it out on you, you hairy bugger. Back to the building. Let's finish it off with some deep slate slabs at the top. And that'll just about do that wall, I reckon. Alright, let's have a squiz at the house so far. Here's the wall we were just working on. You can see the finished chimney there, and I've gone ahead and I finished the back wall here. As you can see, all the details are pretty much the same as we've already done. So I thought might as well do the last wall as well. There it is. The only thing left to do right now is to figure out where this zombie noise is coming from. He is so loud and he won't shut up. I don't know if he's under the house or in the house. I hope he's not under the house because I really don't want to dig under there right about now. Let's have a look. Oh, there he is. Hey, mate. So you got your buddy and a little green bastard as well. Oh, I see what you were doing. You're hoarding all the gingerbread men for yourself. You cheeky buggers. That's much more peaceful. Moving over to the side entrance, it's time to start this roof. We're going to fill up this side with stripped mangrove logs. We'll place an extra 2 here and here. Then we'll place an upside down polished deep slate stair here. A skeleton starts shooting at me, mate. I'm working here. You guys like getting slapped or something? Because that's exactly what's going to happen, mate. As I was saying, we will place the second one here, and then I'll fall down. I'll join them all up with slabs, and then I'll get distracted by this drowned. Ooh, but it turns out that distraction really saved my butt. That creeper definitely would have taken me out. Back to the build. Glass pane and an upside down stair. Then we'll put 2 logs on top of those. We'll place a regular stair at the end. Underneath we'll place an upside down stair and then a regular stair, so it looks like this. So for all the roofs in the house, the edges look like this. 1 upside down stair, 1 regular stair to run along the edge of the roofs. We mirror that on the other side. Then it's mangrove stairs on top of that. Then mangrove planks for the next layer. We're using polished deep slate at the end of all of the roofs. We place another row of stairs. Then we'll place a row of planks, deep slate at the end, and of course the deep slate stair on top. Then the final row of stairs. We mirror everything we just did on the other side. Then in the middle we have an upside down stair, a regular stair, and another upside down stair. Then we place a slab, another slab, and then we'll run slabs down the length of the roof. Then from underneath we add a mangrove fence, a couple of chains, and a shroom light at the end. We cover the shroom light with trapdoors to make a lantern, which looks like this. And there's our side entrance roof all finished. Alright, let's dig up that entrance. And we're going to replace it all with smooth stone blocks. It'd be pretty crap if I left it open like this and all the mobs came in, so we'll need a door. So let's put a door in there. Just like we did on the other door, we're going to be using mangrove trapdoors. We'll build them up 4 tall and 2 in the middle, 4 on the other side as well, and we open them all up. Alright, looking good. An upside down stair in each corner and a slab in the middle. We'll just put 3 signs at the top, and that's our entranceway done. Suck on that, mobs, you can't get in. Mate, I'm going to take your foot out. That's what you get, Santa Zombie. Give me a bloody egg. What are you doing stealing eggs, you bugger? We're back at the front of the house at the spiral staircase now. We'll start with a couple of placeholders, then we'll put stripped logs on top. We'll make 2 columns, add a couple of windows on the side, upside down stair like we did before, and I'll fall off the bloody house again. 2 more rows of logs on top of that, and an outside pillar. Once again, we use the mangrove logs on the side. Back down at the bottom, we use the leaves once again, deep slate walls on either side, and a fence gate in the middle. More walls on either side, and a fence gate in the middle once again. Oh, mate. Really? I could fight you, or I could sleep. And that's what I did. I went and had a nap. After a good night's sleep, I mirrored what we just did on the opposite wall. At the front of the house, we do the same as we did on the sides, then 2 upside down stairs and glass panes. Same as before, we're going to use the leaves at the bottom, then deep slate walls on either end, and 3 fence gates in the middle. Once again, I've fallen right off the wall. A stair on each side, there we go, and of course the mangrove logs at the top. Underneath those we'll put 3 fence gates and run the deep slate walls down the sides. Let's whack a fence and a lantern right about here, and the same on the other side, and then 3 signs at the top. With the front of the building all finished, it's time to build a roof, and this roof is exactly the same as the one we just built. So if you want to see how I did it, just rewind and watch it back. And here's how it looks when it's all finished. Like I said, exactly the same as the other roof. It even has the lantern. We're going to be hanging these lanterns off every single roof that we build. And there's still a few of them to go. Hey, remember how the lightning hit that other house earlier? I wonder how that's going right about now. Anyway, let's keep going. The stairway would be pretty crap if it didn't have any stairs, so let's fix that. We add spruce slabs all the way around this pillar until we reach the next level. Since we're loaded up with spruce slabs, we might as well put them to good use and fill up this entire floor with those spruce slabs. In the far left-hand side of the building, we're going to build another mangrove pillar to build another spiral staircase. Just the same as the one that we just built. With all the stairs in place, we're going to build a little 3-block wall, which is going to sit right next to our spiral staircase. Then directly opposite, on the other side of the room, we'll make a 2-block wall, which looks just like this. Then we place 3 more blocks from the top until we reach the other side. We're going to replace one of these blocks and run it all the way to the ground. Then we'll get rid of these 3 blocks and whack upside down stairs in the corners. We'll just throw a trapdoor up there as well. Once again, we'll use spruce slabs to fill in the floor. Alright, time to make a roof. We'll start with a slab and then a plank and then logs, each one getting higher as we go into the center like this. We put stairs on the first 2 logs. On the highest one we add planks, then stairs. For the next column we add a log and then a glass pane, an upside down stair, 2 more logs, another plank and finally another stair. For the next column we use logs all the way until we get to the stair, then 2 planks and then finally a stair at the top. We repeat that entire process on the other side. For the center column we use logs the entire way up, but on the outside we also make another column with regular mangrove logs. We add a deep slate slab at the very bottom and a one under that, and then we build one out. We'll stick one under the stair, then we just repeat the same process as we did earlier. We'll just copy the contour of the roof from the mangrove that we placed earlier. When we get to the top, we place an upside down stair at the top, then a stair on top of that, another upside down stair, then a slab on top, and a slab facing forward. We'll put a couple of slabs right here, then we put some deep slate wall right here, and obviously on the other side as well, a mangrove slab under the window, and a lantern on top. We'll just get rid of these logs, we don't need them anymore, and replace it with an upside down stair. 3 deep slate walls under that. And there's the front of our house. Just need a lantern now, but I forgot my shroom light. So I have to deal with these 2 dickheads. There's our shroom light, and there's our lantern. We'll just stick a couple of trapdoors on either side of the windows. Sorry, this is a no alpaca building. And there's how we're looking so far. Not too shabby. The next day I get the other end of the roof all done, and there it is. I just need to place a mangrove fence here and a lantern. Alright, let's get this roof finished. We're going to run mangrove slabs the length of the building. Then we're going to do our upside downside stairs right under those slabs along the edge of the building. And above those slabs, we're going to add another layer of slabs, just like this. Then we're going to add stairs for the next layer. Just like we did in that small roof, the large roof is not really any different. We're just following the pattern that's at the end of the roof. On the right hand side of the building, we're going to build a dormer. From the floor, we just build up the planks and then we put logs on either side. We build the logs 4 blocks up from the roof. We place upside down stairs to the planks and then we build up 2 columns of stripped logs. In the middle, we start with an upside down stair and the top as well, and glass panes in the center. Upside down stairs on either side and a fence gate in the middle. Polished deep slate on the very top, and then we join them back up with mangrove logs. Upside down deep slate stairs to get the roof started off, and then regular stairs, and you get the idea from here. We've done it a few times already. So right now we'll just cut to the end of the roof, and we need one of those fancy lanterns as well. And there it is. On the inside, we place a couple of logs on either side, then a glass pane, an upside down stair on top of that, 1 more log in the middle, and a couple of planks on either side. Oh mate, I caught your membrane. What a catch. Not often you catch someone's brains, but there we go. So we just finish off all of the roof now, same as we have done in previous roofs. Deep slate slabs on the top to finish the entire roof off. And this is when I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Until I aren't. And I've seen the damage that the fire has done this entire time my house has been burning down. I had no idea that this was happening. None. I could have just fixed it when it happened. I was looking at the lightning when it happened. If I just had have gone, hey Rick, you might want to do something about that. You could have avoided this. But here we are. My house is completely destroyed. I mean, what's left of it? I have no idea how much I've lost. I don't know if I've lost chests and what was in the chests. I have no idea. But what a mess. I put out everything as fast as I can because I'm going to rebuild this. Let's be honest. I've got to fix it, but I'll fix it later. It'll just take way too much time. It's obviously going to be a big job. I'm going to have to watch the tutorial all over again, try and figure out where I have to start from. Anyway, I'm back on the build that we're actually meant to be talking about today. Pop a couple of blocks on top and you can bet your ass I made some lightning towers. I made a lot of lightning towers all over the place. I put lightning rods on my current houses and I built towers just like this one. So here's my brand new house with a lightning bolt on top. I'm not gonna lose another house. Here's one floating around by itself. That'll never ever ever happen again. Should we make the interior of this house? I think we should. We're going to start in the small storage room by building 2 small walls, joining them up at the top out of stone brick blocks, adding an upside down stair and an iron door. Have to break through the wall to get back out, and then we add a lever to the outside. Now it works. Great. Time to build some more inner walls out of stone brick blocks. We build them as high as we can to the roof. Obviously we can't get to the roof because we use slabs. And then we put 5 chests in a pattern just like this on either side. We'll whack a barrel down the bottom, and then we'll put 3 slabs here, here, and here. A stone brick wall in each corner and a spruce fence on those. We'll whack a lantern on the spruce and we'll fill up the top with spruce slabs. For the far wall, we'll make a column of stone brick blocks and we'll put chests on either side. At the top, we'll put some slabs. We'll put a chest on either end, a pot and a plant, and then a bell on the other side. Amethyst cluster in the middle, and a pot and a blue orchid on this side. And that'll do it. Let's stick a mangrove door here. It's a bit bloody squishy in here, but we are going to put a barrel here and here. Then we'll put a chest in this corner and a mangrove slab up there. We'll put a lantern on top of that, and that'll be it. Can't do much else with that. Upside down stairs right next to the spiral staircase and one under the window. We'll stick 4 smokers in these spots and then we'll run walls down from the roof. Put a grindstone next to the smokers and a flower pot with a mangrove sapling, a lantern at the top, and that'll do that wall. Directly in the middle of the room, we'll put a barrel, and then we'll put upside down stairs on every side of the barrel. We'll join them all up with slabs, and then we'll put some stairs on the outside. There's our little table and chairs. We don't need that lantern anymore because we're going to replace it with a lantern on a chain. There we go. Looks nice and moody. Let's add a pot. Alright, what could go wrong, eh? What could go wrong? That. What the hell, guys? Obviously I put it straight out, but I'm wondering what more damage it's done to the outside already. Let's go have a quick look. Hopefully nothing. I've had enough problems with fire already. Everything looks okay. It doesn't look to have done any damage, so we're all good. Mate, you just gave me a heart attack. Can anything else catch on fire in this episode? It's entirely possible. Anyway, some more upside down stairs. We'll put a crafting table and a smithing table here. We'll need more grindstones for reasons unknown to me. Let's place a couple of slabs in the corners and then we'll put lanterns on them. Pop some sea pickles in the corner, a pot down here, and a lily of the valley in that pot. Don't think we need this lantern anymore. We just stick some cobwebs up here. That'll make the place look a little eerie. 2 blast furnaces and some coal ore and a couple of blocks of coal. Then we place stone brick walls on top of the blast furnaces. We'll whack a pot and a lily of the valley up there and a lantern over there, which means we no longer need you. We'll just get rid of this lantern and this one. By the door we put 2 upside down stairs and a cauldron in the middle. We'll fill that up with water and then some spruce slabs up the top. Then we'll add a couple of chains and a lantern in the middle. A couple of chests on the floor. Then we'll put some upside down stairs around the place. Don't put one there. You don't need one there. See what you've done? You've just started another bloody fire, Rick. You bloody idiot. I know you were only trying to get rid of that cobweb, but now look what you've done. You want to go out and make sure that nothing's on fire? You know, you never know. All right, we'll put a couple of torches here and fill in that hole. I have no idea what happened here. I went back to my mansion to get some resources and I came back to this. So instead of rebuilding it with mangrove, I decided to use bricks for the whole thing. It goes with what was already there anyway. It doesn't look out of place at all and it won't burn down. Having a lot of trouble with fire with this house. It's just a mess. If anyone knows why, just let me know. Still got a hole up there, Rick. What are you going to do about that? You might want to fix that. So I finally replace everything, get it back to looking normal again, and I do not touch this fireplace again. It looks fantastic, by the way, but man, what a nightmare. I fix everything and work my way back inside. There we go, it's all done. Problems solved. What are you doing, Rick? What are you doing? I did forget, I did this, yep. I did add some mangrove in the end. Hey, sweetheart. I do add a little bit of brick on the outside. I get rid of these two because we won't need them for the moment. In fact, for some reason, we're going to rebuild the whole fireplace. So once we've removed all of the bricks, we replace them with walls and slabs. Couple of placeholders here while we put in some upside down stairs. Get rid of the 4 up the top, a couple of walls on top of that, then some bricks at the back and stairs in front of those. We'll put a campfire here and here, and then the iron bars in front of those. There we go. We'll put a campfire in front and put it out before it burns my freaking house down. We'll make a little couch out of mangrove stairs and have it go right into the middle of the room. That looks good. We'll slap some moss carpet around the place, make it look a little homely, which it certainly does. It absolutely works. We'll stick an upside down stair up here and a flower pot on top of that. Then we'll put a crimson fungus in there. They look great because they glow with shaders. We need a little wall. We need a little separator wall. So we're going to build this cool looking thing here. This is a freaking cool little wall. Every second beam has gaps in it. Once again, it can't go to the roof because of the slabs, so we add more slabs to the top. Speaking of slabs, we put some mangrove slabs in the middle. We'll put some candles in this one and a lantern on that one. Pot down the bottom and an amethyst cluster next to that one. Very carefully I light the candles. Just like that, we've got a great little divider wall. At the end, we'll put a couple of upside down stairs again and a spruce slab in the middle. Pop a cake on that, an item frame on the bench and one on the wall as well. We'll put cakes in those. That didn't work out quite like I'd hoped, but that's our kitchen. Some more candles. We'll light the sucker up. Furnaces and stone brick walls. A flower pot and an azalea. We'll put a couple of barrels on the wall, make it 3, and then a chest on that. And we'll put one facing in a different direction so it looks a bit messy. Stick a lantern on those. We'll stick a couple of trapdoors up here. Then a pot, and we'll put a lily in that one. We need some carpet in our kitchen. I don't know why we'd want carpet in a kitchen, but that's what we're going for. I have trouble making these look natural. I don't know, I just end up filling up the whole room. Let's stick a tripwire hook here and a slab on top, then a jukebox against the wall, and an item frame and a CD in the item frame. I forgot to put a lantern up there. Put another slab up here with a lantern on top of that, and a pot and an azalea by the fireplace. Let's use torches to light up the staircase, and we'll stick a pot up the top here, and some more candles. We'll need to block this off because knowing me, I'll fall down the bloody stairs. Come home drunk one night and God damn it. So we block those off. That's much better, nice and safe. Now let's make a bedroom. We stick the bed right over here in the middle. Stripped mangrove logs on either side and some slabs in front of those. Let's put some trapdoors around as well and a stair in the middle. Another couple of slabs. We'll put a couple of walls and some fences on there. Slabs on top of that with a mangrove trapdoor in between. Let's whack a fence right up the top with a chain and a lantern. Then we'll do the same on the other side. We'll add a couple of chests to that. And we'll throw around some of that mossy carpet as well. I don't think it's going to help too much, to be honest. It doesn't look good, let's be honest. That is not a good looking bedroom. Anyway, another upside down stair table thing. This time we'll put 2 lecterns and books. So we can read. We'll need a seat, I guess. We'll be sitting down reading our books. We're going to have 2 seats. And a bookshelf for all those books. Lots of books. Let's make this a library, shall we? Upside down stair and trapdoors on either side of it. Pop a lantern there so we're not straining our eyes. Item frame and a book in the item frame. Then another couple of bookshelves under the stairs. A pot with a flowering azalea in front of that. Now we're moving up to the next level. We're going to make ourselves an enchanting room. Every enchanting room needs lots of books, so we fill the whole place up with bookshelves. We stick a lantern on the top there, that looks good. An enchanting table in the middle, obviously. A pot on top of that one, and let's stick a lily in there. And we'll stick a chest on the ground. We need to fill in this area with logs, that looks much better. And upside down stairs, and a lectern in the middle. Lantern on the stairs, let's fill in this area as well. More upside down stairs with a mangrove slab in the middle, and then we'll pop a couple of brewing stands on this table and a flower pot in the middle. Decorated pot at the end of the room and a cauldron next to it. Let's stick some water in the cauldron so we can wash our hands. Next to the staircase, we'll fill in this side of the room with logs because we want to be able to block off this spiral staircase, and we'll put a couple of fences there so I don't fall down. Then we'll put 3 chests in our enchanting room. Back to the staircase, let's stick a pot down here and fill in this part of the wall, that's better. We'll put another fence right there and build that up by 1, I reckon. We're back down to the second level. We'll put an armor stand with some diamond armor on it. I want to get some lighting happening in this room. I ended up going for 2 hanging lights. I put these signs around the lanterns. I think it looks nice. One's a little higher than the other, which is actually on purpose. I like it that way. Let's fill this up with planks and then again with the stairs. So then I go back to the staircase and I fix the hazard that it is. So I just put some fences there. All right, we'll put a lantern up here, give it some more light. That looks nice. finish both of the staircases off with a slab on top, add some carpet to this area here, make it look a little nicer. Next thing you know, the entire floor is covered in carpet. An item frame up here and a clock because I need to know what time it is. I check my fire, making sure it's not burning anything down. Let's stick a flower in the middle there. That looks much nicer. That fireplace still scares me though. We'll finish the interior off by putting a sapling inside this decorated pot. We'll just do some bits and pieces on the outside now. We'll put some pumpkins. And then we'll put some logs in this area here that's been, we've chopped down some trees and we've put it in this area. Or the logs have been chopped up, ready for the fireplace, which will later burn the house down. Hopefully that won't happen. We'll put a polished steep slate at the top and then we'll make our way down with slabs till it looks like that. We'll do the same on the other side, obviously. And then we'll join the two sides up at the bottom with the deep slate slabs. And then we'll use mangrove for the inside. Just like that, this section is done. Beautiful. Let's whack a campfire down here and some random bits and pieces, logs, barrels, chests, that type of thing. We'll pop some leaves around the joint. It looks better than just nothing, you know what I mean? But this looks much better already. Let's stick a lantern there. On the other side of the staircase, we'll put a bunch of leaves. That looks good already. And we'll have some more logs on the outside. We can only fit so many logs on the other side. So got to put some over here as well. We'll put some barrels over there. A couple of chests here and there. Of course, a lantern on top. We'll put some leaves here. More barrels, more chests around the place. I didn't notice these leaves burning at the time, but they disappeared. A couple more logs on the back of the building now. More barrels, more chests, more leaves. By the time I've done a lap of the entire building, I see all my leaves have burnt away and now my chest is on fire. So let's put that out. Hey, baby Karen. Piss off, baby Karen. All right, let's get some bone meal. We are going to bone meal the crap out of this area, so there'll be nothing but plants and greenery and all that sort of good stuff, all that long grass and stuff. It all looks great. As you can see, everything's been bone mealed. We'll quickly make a path here. Now quicken that. Editing. But I also added a couple of trees. A couple of oak trees. I'm going to plant a couple of spruce trees. And there we have it. We've reached the end. Thank you so much. If you're still here listening to my voice, you deserve showering in thanks. And here it is. Thank you so much. Sincerely, for getting through this video. It's been a bit of a marathon. And as I say this, I forgot about this horrible, horrible house. My God, I can't finish this video. I can't put this video out. All right, I'll be back in just a few seconds because editing. The house is back, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Back to its shining glory. Look at that thing. It is a beautiful watermill. If you want to watch that video, there's a link in the description or something. I don't know. Check out my channel. I got lots of videos. All of these houses have videos. Go check some of them out maybe. I don't know. Anyway, as I was saying, thank you so much. Sincerely, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate that you've spent some of your day with me. I appreciate it very, very much. If you have made it to the end of this video and you've enjoyed it, maybe consider giving it a like if you want. It's all good if you don't. That's fine. If you really liked it, maybe subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never, ever miss an upload. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, you are indeed a legend. See ya! I can't believe my house burned down. Seriously? Who does that? What the fuck?